You guessed it, this happened. It happened right as I started to get truly comfortable in that lounge. My flight got canceled. I just got my baggage and I'm running like hell for Terminal 7 to get on Aer Lingus. American Airlines did me a solid, more in a few minutes. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, here's what happened. I'm sitting in the Greenwich Lounge in JFK Terminal 8 and suddenly I get a notification that my flight is canceled. This is a bit shocking because there were several hours to go, and more importantly, London flights always go. There's a lot of equipment here. There's very little keeping them from making those flights. But since it's the last American flight, I was a little worried. But a very nice person named Delia inside the American Airlines Greenwich Lounge went to work and somehow got me a business class seat on Aer Lingus into Dublin direct. That's an upgrade. She did it in record time. And then to my extra shock, I discovered that my baggage was actually at the baggage carousel, so I had my baggage. I know you're thinking, that doesn't happen. And then I got through Aer Lingus check-in like that. I'm sitting in their lounge right now. I'm gonna have a sandwich and a 55-gallon drum of ginger ale and try and cool off. I am massively sweating right now. So, it makes for good drama. I got to run across the airport, but I think this will be good. And best of all, I get to review an Aer Lingus aircraft. I think this is an A350. We'll see. Anyway, more later. Bye. So a little bit more. In addition to the flight being canceled and all the other drama, this is a chance for me to fly in an A330. And strangely enough, this is the very first A330 I've ever been on. It's an A330-300, and I have no idea what the business class service is like. I have no idea what any of the product is like. So that's an upside, because I've been on American. And I will be on American again. And when I'm on American again, I will do a review of that business class when I get it. But in the meantime, Aer Lingus, One World Partner, not so bad. I will say this, it is really something else to get told, okay, you have a seat. What time does the plane take off? We're not sure, you better run. And I ran. But I had time. And I went into the Aer Lingus lounge. It's very Irish and very 1970s, but in a nice way, very quiet. So here I am, sitting in the terminal, looking out and watching some pretty magnificent aircraft go by. In fact, there's a Aer Lingus Airbus A330 going by. Sure hope that's not our plane. All right, that's it. Let's see what it's like when we get on the plane. You ever watch BBC murder mysteries? That's a little bit about what it felt like getting onto this plane. And by that I mean, I never quite knew which character and which show I was about to meet or run into. There were these very proper older people who had a very strong sense of self and propriety. And then on the flip side, there were all these fun people getting on board, except all the fun people went to the back of the aircraft
and I was sitting up front with all the very proper people. Just getting onto this aircraft added another 1,000 steps to my Apple health monitor.
Cross over to the left. 7, you're going to sharp right there. All right.
And now the next flight is delayed. Not sure why, but we're delayed.
It took a bit more than an extra hour for the aircraft to finally push back and begin the long dance to get to the threshold of the runway. It did, however, resemble what Friday night at JFK Airport is like, and if nothing else, plenty of aircraft to watch as we made the slow journey up to the front. Unlike some in-flight entertainment packages, this screen was actually pretty responsive and worked for the most part reasonably well. I wouldn't say the choice was fantastic, but I managed to find some things that interested me. I watched a movie, in fact, before taking a long nap. And, at the end of the day, I think that's all you can hope for is something that entertains you long enough until you get to your destination. Would I call it fantastic? No. Adequate? Yes.
All right, well, all's well that ends well. I'm on the plane, we took off, finally. And I'm going straight to Dublin, so that's good. The Aer Lingus business class it's not bad, but it's like maybe a season or two behind the average business class on other airplanes. Mostly it's just in a 1-2-1 in my row, and the seats face straight forward. I happen to get a seat that's away from the window. Well, I'm at the window, but I'm far away from the window. Look, it's business class. I'm gonna get a nice long nap. I'm gonna get a salad. I'm gonna get a Coke, and then I'm gonna land in Dublin. That's really not a bad life. So, what else? The in-flight entertainment screen is big. It's pretty responsive. Uncharacteristic for me. I think I might watch a movie and then take a nap. I wish I could say there was something more remarkable about it. It's not. It's a good transatlantic business class. I will say this, it's clean. And that makes a difference. A clean aircraft actually can be noticed. And while things are slightly worn here and there, it's very well kept. And the crew, Irish friendly. And I think Irish friendly is pretty special. So, I'm gonna get a salad, get a little entertainment, take a couple of Tylenol, lean back, and try and sleep. Or later.
This is my first time to Ireland, and I will tell you that this place doesn't disappoint, particularly as you're flying over the country to Dublin. You see these hints of green and some mountains, and it looks just like the postcards, and it's a little exciting.
Ireland. It's not sunny here. I'm visiting some friends, and the first message I got was welcome to sunny Ireland. So I told them I landed in the wrong place. What can I say? I think Aer Lingus is going wholly unnoticed for a friendly service product that I think overachieves against most of the other airlines, particularly in the One World group. That was a really good service experience. Friendly, good humor, frequent, very intentional in the way it took care of you. So what were the downsides? I think the business class cabin on the A330 was just a little dated. It's not the herringbone. It's not as private as you would find, say, on most of the other transatlantic flights. But it was very clean. It was very well set up. The in-flight entertainment was responsive, uncharacteristic for me. I actually watched most of one TV show before I took a long nap. I was able to sleep pretty good. Temperature was pretty good. Seat was a little tired. And by tired, I mean it felt a little hard. But there's nothing there that anybody should avoid. Not really, and particularly for a transatlantic flight. It's a 5.5-hour flight from New York to Dublin. That's transcontinental in the United States. And I would argue you get less of experience in transcontinental flights in the United States. So, good experience. The airport was good as well. Getting through passport or immigration and customs, a breeze. And just like almost every other European airport, it's full of green tinted glass and it looks clean and feels fresh. So I'm gonna go find my hotel. I'm gonna beg them for my room. And I think I need a coffee too. So thanks for watching. Remember, if you like our videos, like, comment, and subscribe. And that's it for now. Well, my room isn't ready. So I think after resting in their library for an hour, let's go take a walk. Let's go see the GPO museum. Let's see what it's like in Dublin. You know what you do after you finish visiting the GPO and you haven't slept for roughly a day and you've gotten off an airplane? You go to an Irish pub. And what do you get in an Irish pub? You get Irish beer.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.